Cathy Gohlke has written another classic that touches the heart and the soul, and I'm reviewing her book. Coming up. Hi, Terri Gillespie here, and welcome to Book Review, the books I loved. And yes, this month's featured book I really loved, and it's 100 Crickets Singing, and it's by award-winning and best-selling author Cathy Gohlke. And can't wait for you to hear this review. Now, this book was released in April and can be ordered in hardback, paperback, audiobook, and ebook. And a big thanks to NetGalley and to Tyndale for the advanced reader's copy for my honest review. And of course, I'm going to give my honest review. Of course. And it was really easy to do, actually. So the genre is religious historical fiction, historical Christian romances, and Christian historical fiction. And if you don't know Cathy Gohlke, then I encourage you to check out her website. And her website is authorcathygohlke.com. And that's popped up on the screen, thanks to my wonderful husband. And once it disappears, don't worry, all of the important links that I'll be talking about in this episode will be down below in the description section. And when it says see more, click on that and you'll see lots more, like links on where you can buy this incredible book. So I'm really excited, and I can't spoil it. So I'll just be quiet. Oh, by the way, Cathy is my featured author for June on my author highlight and giveaway. And that's where I actually interview Cathy, both on my blog and on this YouTube channel. So you're going to find out even more about Cathy. Cathy was my very first guest for the YouTube author highlight and giveaway back in January 2021. So she was kind enough to be my guinea pig, and we're still friends, so I guess it went okay for her too. So here is the brief bio. 4-time Christy and 2-time Carol and INSPY Award winning author Cathy Gohlke writes novels steeped with inspirational lessons from history. Her stories reveal how people break the chains that bind them and triumph over adversity through faith. When not traveling to historic sites for research, she and her husband Dan divide their time between Northern Virginia and the Jersey Shore, enjoying time with their grown children and grandchildren. And she has a beautiful family, an amazing family. So this is my review of 100 Crickets Singing by Cathy Gohlke. And I gave this book a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star review. Another beautifully written dual-time story by Cathy Gohlke that brings readers back to the small town of No Creek, North Carolina. Gohlke's 100 Crickets Singing is a profoundly insightful and inspiring story with timelines between the Civil War and World War II. Gohlke does what Gohlke does best: hold our society's collective faces in the mirror of history. Rather than words in dusty tomes, Cathy brings life to the realities of slavery and the so-called emancipation of slaves, causing us to take a deeper look into prejudices in the 21st century, where tolerance is considered the same as equality. She does this with compelling stories of people we come to love and applaud for their bravery and tenacity, chronicling the story of two families, the Belvederes and the Tate families, for 80 years. The pre-Civil War period, the Belvedere family owns much land and slaves, such as the Tate family. But this story's protagonist is the beloved character of Nightbird Calling, Celia Percy. She's older now, but she is no less determined to uncover new mysteries. And in this book, Celia is our mirror. With a persistent voice of innocence and wisdom and candor, she pulls this story together. The story begins when a thunderstorm tumbles an enormous tree through the attic of the Belvedere home. Celia and her brother find a hidden room that was sealed for 80 years. Piled high with trunks, Celia finds a secret compartment filled with paperwork that could and should change the lives of her friends, the Tates. She also discovers Minnie Belvedere's diary that chronicles the truth and injustices during the pre-Civil War era and the dual legacies of the Belvedere family, which brings us to the Civil War timeline. Minnie is the voice of the battle between the two Belvedere legacies, justice and injustice. History is about people, and this author knows how to develop characters that guide us through the treacherous times of both time periods with a discerning eye towards today's headlines. 100 Crickets Singing will no doubt become another classic, along with her first novel, William Henry is a Fine Name, and frankly, should be essential reading for those of us who need a vivid perspective of race relations. Although this is a pseudo-sequel to Nightbird Calling, it can be a standalone. However, it does contain many of the same characters as the first story, and it is a bit easier to follow if you read in order, and it's worth it alone to get to know Celia Percy. I highly recommend 100 Crickets Singing for its truly beautiful writing and its page-turning journey through time and powerful and relevant messages for us today. I received an advance ebook copy from Tyndale, the publisher, through NetGalley for my honest review, and this is my honest review. So you can purchase 100 Crickets Singing at the usual locations. I tend to focus on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, BookBub, and ChristianBook.com. And also your local retailers and bookstores. And if they don't have it on the shelf, what do? We ask for it politely, of course. And just a reminder to like, comment, and share this video so that Cathy's book can get out there and people can know more and more about this incredible author, and highly encourage you to do that. Also remember that May 1st, I will be interviewing Cathy on both my blog and the YouTube channel. So you'll get to see her beautiful face and we'll have some fun chatting together. Plus, she'll be giving away some cool giveaways. I don't want to give away the giveaways. So also included in the description section down below are my social media links and my website, and which have information about my books, of course. It also has other interesting information such as recipes from the books. You can read the first chapter of each book. There's a daily devotion called Daily Word, and I have an archive of over 600 Proverbs devotions that you might be interested in. So that is pretty much it for this week, or this month, actually. And I look forward to seeing you next month for the next book review, the books I loved. In the meantime, God bless and keep reading.